suitcase to pack. Zepbound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind? One scale and a suitcase to pack. Zepbound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?
Well, howdy ho, everybody. Well, hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. Look at you being the first. And I actually made it on time today. I'm excited. And how is the audio? I am using my uh AirPods, because I was getting a lot of interference on my hi, Suzarella. I was getting a lot of interference on that mic that I was using, the wireless mic, so I figured I'd switch to my earpods. Yeah, so if you can hear me just fine, I'll just start using these, because I don't need to hear anybody else, but I just want you to be able to hear me. And let me see if my there we go. And I can actually comment on my live stream now. Yay, look at that. So we'll give everybody a few minutes to get in. I know there were quite a few people that said that they might join us today. So if you are here, just say hi. I see there's 9 people on board today. And I definitely am going to do my weigh-in. I got lots of slides. I want to talk about Retatrutide, and then I want to talk about what was the other thing? Oh, meal planning. So last week, if you were here, we talked about me not making good choices, and I was purchasing frozen meals because I was trying to get out of cooking, and then they didn't end up being a good value. Or well, thank you, Bernadette. Yeah, the frozen meals didn't end up being a good value for what I purchased. And as far as calories too, so not just really money, not enough food, uh, just I don't know, they were just terrible. But I found some other good options, and so I'll go over those again today. So hello, Amy Crew, nice to see you. And yeah, Bernadette, it's definitely sweater weather here. And if anyone on actually has a YouTube channel and wants to try out the hashtag connect to share their channel link. I set it up and I don't know if it's working. So I definitely need somebody who has a YouTube channel who wants to share their link at some point in the live to do that today. But so it looks like we've got 12 people here, but I'm going to give it about 2 more minutes. And good evening from Illinois. Oh, I bet, Pam, that it's chilly there. It is, it wasn't bad out. I was out for about 4 or 5 hours today, and it was actually really pleasant, but yesterday it was windy, as in blow you away windy. And today it's been rather calm, but it's been a beautiful day. But I don't quite have my heat on yet because my apartment is southeast facing and I get sun all day long, and so it stays nice and toasty in here because it's a newer apartment building, so it's really insulated, and I just kind of heat up and I don't cool down. Isn't there a song? So yeah, you know what, let me go ahead and let me start my spiel since we're almost at about 5 minutes. So for any of you new here, what I like to do is do my intro, my stats, and my weigh-in at the very beginning of the video. And then I will go over any other topics or answer any questions that anybody has. Let me see. Hold on, Pam, I saw a question from you. Pam, I am in Northern Virginia. I live, ah, half a mile from the Maryland line, 7 miles from the White House. So yeah, kind of close to a whole bunch of different places, and it's a little crazy town around here right now. And oh, Suzarella, you're in Ohio. My best friend from high school was from Ohio, Findlay, Ohio, and I stayed there one summer. A nice little town. Okay, let me dig into my media assets here and pull up some graphics. I think I put all my stuff in order. Yes, I did put my stuff in order. Okay, so let's do Amy stats, which that didn't work. That works. There we go. Hold on one second. Knew it. This got to unclick. There we go. So you can see me. So my name is Amy. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm on a journey to lose 180 pounds. I'm a single lady, divorced by choice. I am 51 years old and I am 5 feet tall. So like Sabrina Carpenter says, I leave quite an impression. 5 feet to be exact. I was taking 7.5 milligrams of Zepbound, the name brand, until 2 weeks ago, and I have taken 2 shots of 7.5 milligrams of compounded medication. Having a little challenges with my health, but I don't want to just come right out and say, oh, it's the compounded medication, because I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But I'll talk about that as after I do my weigh-in. I'll talk about, if anybody saw my last video, then I have some updates on that as of today. So I started this journey January 25. So actually January 1st, woke up one day and said, I can't live like this anymore. I gotta lose weight. So that was 138 kilograms and 21 stone, 10 pounds at that point. So, calorie intake for this past week that we're doing the weigh-in for. So I use the basal metabolic rate, so the BMR calculator, and then I calculate like my minimum calories. It's the same as last week. And so I should have been eating a max of 131 calories per day. Hold on, let me just take the comments off the screen for a moment so you can see that. So I should have been eating 1,331 calories per day. And I was about 150 over average, which would have only resulted in not losing zero point 0.3 of a pound. So really not that big of a deal. So I should have had an estimated loss of 1.2 pounds plus the I think 1.25 I should have lost from last week. But sigh. It doesn't always work that way. But okay, so for week 44, shot 37, I weighed in on November 1st at 262 pounds. So yay! So I finally lost weight. I lost 2 pounds this week, which is fantastic. So I still have a cruise goal of getting down to 258. I have two more weigh-ins. I am not positive that that's going to happen, but a girl can dream, right? So thank you everybody for the woohoos. 2 pounds is 2 pounds, right? Normally I'm averaging 0.95 pound per week. So I kind of lost the weight I was supposed to lose last week and lost the weight I needed to lose this week. So yay. So I'm down a total of 42 pounds. And I showed this photo on my first live stream. And so that's 300 pounds, 280 pounds, and then 273, which I don't know why. I thought that I needed to do a, a photo at 273 pounds, a 7 pound loss, but I'm going to change that out when I get to 260, which is only 2 pounds away. So we'll be able to see a 20-pound loss and then a 40-pound loss from the weigh-in photo. So now, I did wash that dress and put it back in my closet because I do wear it around the house on occasion. And I do have to say, like, just picking it up out of the dryer and going to hang it up, like, it feels so huge. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like on. And really quickly, I don't know if anybody else saw my Retatrutide video. I did make quite a few people mad, which is okay by me, because I was just speaking the truth and I was only posting facts. So if people want to get mad about it, get mad about it. But I was just sharing information. So one of the reasons why I'm on about Retatrutide is because I think it can be kind of a game changer for me and a lot of people because it is adding a component that isn't in semaglutide and tirzepatide, but I think it's going to be very, very helpful. So right now, currently, it's investigational. It's an injectable drug for treatment of obesity and type 2 diabetes and fatty liver disease. And that's really uh, such a positive that it's going to treat fatty liver disease. Now, it's currently in phase 3 trials, and it is not available for sale on the marketplace. So I don't know what people are getting when they're purchasing Retatrutide, but the only drug that is available under the name Retatrutide that should have the Retatrutide components is owned by Lilly. So if someone's getting it, I don't know, I really wonder, like, is the medication being stolen and someone's reselling it illegally, or how are they replicating something that they think is Retatrutide, but it is really not, and people are buying that. So the big thing is it's going to be the first triple hormone receptor agonist. So the GI semaglutide is one, trizepatide is two, which is GLP-1 and GIP, and then retatrutide will have the GLP. Hold on, let me get my next slide. It'll have the GLP-1, which reduces the appetite, the gastric emptying, and stimulates hormone secretion. And then it has the GIP, which works to lower the blood sugar and improve fat metabolism. And then it's going to have the glucagon agent, which increases energy expenditure, which means it burns fat. So it's going to break down the stored fat for energy, which is going to boost your metabolism. Uh, so it's really, really been great. Hi, Kim J. Nice to see you. I was watching you do your exercise with the hoop. That looks like so much fun, girl. You got it going on. Uh, so yeah, it like you said, when you're done here, definitely go back and watch that video. But yeah, it's not approved for use in humans or animals. So I don't know what people are getting. Uh, but there are a lot of people that were arguing with me about, oh, well, peptides are legal and retatrutide is legal and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not. I don't know what you're getting or what they're claiming. But retatrutide, owned by Lilly, is not available and not legal. And then, hi, Miss Nikki. Nice to see you here. Let's see if I've missed anybody else. And Suzarella, thank you for the comment on the photo. Just wait until you see the 40-pound total difference. And let's see. Okay. Just getting used to this StreamYard. It's a great program, but it takes a little bit of getting used to because everything's on separate pages. So you got to remember to go back and click on everything. And then, so here's a little bit more information about retatrutide and why it is better than semaglutide and tirzepatide. Some people say semaglutide. I really don't know how it's pronounced, but semaglutide had about 15% weight loss. Tirzepatide had about 20% weight loss, but retatrutide is coming in at an average of 24.2 over 48 weeks. So it, you know, so that's even more weight loss. It has better glycemic control than either of them. So that is definitely a positive. And then really that reduced liver fat. So up to 93% of the people have achieved normalization of liver fat content after 48 weeks. which then leads to improvements in blood pressure and cholesterol levels and all the other good benefits that come with making yourself healthy. So yeah, so I'm excited. I can't wait for Retatrutide. The goal I think they're setting is end of 2026 and beginning of 2027. So, looking forward to that. Very, very, very excited about that new drug. So, if anybody ever has any drug they want me to look up and talk about, just let me know. I know there's a whole bunch of stuff out there that's coming up. If anybody watches The Downsized, they always have tons of stuff on all the new medications, and they're at some conference right now in Atlanta with the drug makers, and they bringing a lot of really good information, which has been really helpful. And then Sarah, so you bought one of those uh, hoops, and you couldn't get it to work. Yeah, I think there's a couple different brands, and some people said they were having better luck, depending on the brand that they were using. I haven't attempted it yet. Maybe one of these days I will try it. And hey, Kim J, I know you have a channel, a YouTube channel. Would you mind attempting to try and type hashtag connect and see if that works to share your YouTube channel name? I set up the Nightbot, but I don't know if it's functional yet because I haven't had anybody who can test it. Um, there we go. So let's see if Kim's comes up. So Miss Nikki, so apparently it may be included in the new Eli prices once it's approved. That would be great. I was listening to some of the chatter about the prices, and I really didn't get too far into it because I was getting a little bit angry because it seemed like they were not giving detailed answers. They were kind of quoting prices we've heard before. Most of it had to do with Medicare, and I'm not knocking anybody on Medicare, but I'm on private insurance. And like, I just don't want this to be some political ploy, right? To just get attention. I want it to be the real thing. I want people to get medication at a lower price. And I'm tired of, I'm really tired of people just uh, saying things to make us believe things are going to happen and they don't. Yeah, Kim, it was hashtag connect and you typed it right. I just don't know that it's actually working. So one day when I get a hold of Joe, uh, or maybe when she comes on a live, she can help walk me through it. I tried a bunch of videos. There wasn't really a lot of information to be able to set it up right on Nightbot. Um, so, hopefully one of these days I will get it sorted out. But till then, you know what? Give me I'm just gonna leave it on. And yeah, so no, obviously my Nightbot is not set up right. One of these days. Um, okay, so Miss Nikki, you're saying that the price will be available to everybody. I didn't catch all of the information because I spent most of the day in the emergency room. So I don't know if anybody saw my video. I don't even remember what it was titled at this point. But one video ago, I put up that I really wasn't feeling well on Tuesday. Hey, Becky, nice to see you. So I put up on Tuesday that I wasn't feeling well, and I thought I was kind of struggling with some hypoglycemic episodes because I was doing a bunch of walking and shopping and getting blood drawn, and I was being very neglectful in eating. But I've also switched to compounded tirzepatide, and so at this point, the Lilly brand Zepbound is out of my system. Like the effective life of it is done. So I'm only on the compound at this point. But I don't know. I was just feeling like kind of like if anybody's ever had low sugar episodes, I was just really, really feeling it. And then this morning, I woke up about 7:30 and I'm like, I'm just not feeling that great. You know what? Let me have a piece of ginger candy. Um, and then I took a shower, and normally that does it. If I'm feeling a little off in the morning, usually like a piece of sugary candy will just set everything right and I'm fine. But it just kept getting worse. And by like 9:30, like I'm just like, I don't want to like pass out in my apartment. I live alone. Like, who's gonna find me? So I went to the emergency room and uh they ran all of the tests. Actually, it was a whole debacle because I hadn't had any water yet. I was getting ready to drink some water before I left for the emergency room, but I just didn't do it. And they ended up like sticking me like 5 or 6 different times, blew through a couple of veins, ended up hitting a nerve at one point, and then at one point the needle fell out and then I was bleeding all over the ER floor. So it was just a hot mess, but I didn't get any answers, but I still don't feel that great. And I don't know what it is. It's kind of like almost having like the sugar shakes, if anybody has ever experienced that. But it doesn't matter what I eat or what I drink. Uh, it's not getting better. The only thing I haven't done is tried to take a nap, uh, which uh, I did come home and I did go back to work for a couple of hours. And then once I'm done with the live stream, I'll eat something and then I'll go lay down. So, uh, I'm not going to say, oh, it was the compounded medication because I really don't know. It's only been 2 weeks, but, um, I really have to think about that. Do I want to continue on with the vials I have? I have 2 vials of Lily left, and I had to make the tough decision. Uh, to purchase a vial, even though like I got some like bad news from my apartment complex. They sent me a $500 bill for a new pet deposit, and then like my car tag is due, and here in Virginia, that's very expensive. It's several $100s. And then my car property tax is due, which is another $500 uh, every year that we pay. So I was just like having a major meltdown. I was like crying I'm not kidding when I was like crying uh in the leasing office, and I felt bad for the guy. But I just, I was at my breaking point. Okay, so hold on, let me start going through some comments before we get too far behind. And yeah, you see, I haven't even taken off my bracelet from the hospital, and you can see like I've got bruises all up my arm. Uh, let's see, you can see I've got one here, one there. This is the one that they hit a nerve and then blew through the vein. It's just a mess. Okay, so let's see. Let me go back. Okay, so Miss Nikki says essentially brings Americans down to the lowest worldwide, 350 for NN, 340 for EL. Okay, so Novo Nordisk, which is Wegovy and Ozempic, and 349 for Eli Lilly, which would be fantastic. I mean, I'd love to save $150 a month. Is 349 really affordable? Not necessarily. Like my car payment was $500, so I paid off my car in October, and then I had to take Sheldon to the vet, and that was like $400 in November. So instead of paying my car, I paid for the cat, which I don't have test results back from him yet. My doctor that I take him to, the one that did it, is very forgetful and always forgets to call me. So I need to call her in the morning about Sheldon's blood work. Uh, and let's see. So, Sarah, you're thinking that the compound may be too strong. I would say I don't think so because I was on 10 and I went down to 7.5 because 10 was too strong. It reduced my appetite too much and made my stomach hurt. But to me, what I feel like is I feel like before I took Zepbound, I had all of these symptoms like this going for like 7 or 8 years. I've been struggling with these types of symptoms before I took Zepbound, but like a month or two into Zepbound, like I never had this issue again. So I I am getting concerned that maybe my compounded medication is not strong enough. But yeah, I definitely want to talk about getting a glucose meter, I am going to a doctor's appointment at 10 a.m. in the morning. So I will ask them about see if I can get subscribed one. Let's see. Yeah, Becky. Well, I mean, it could be worse. Yeah, that's definitely wild. Okay, so Kim J, yeah, I watched your live stream with Joe and Harjarine and Calamity Jane, and oh my gosh, girl, like that, ooh, like your blood sugar levels, that was crazy. I can't believe that you survive all of that and you come out strong on the other end. Uh, so yeah, okay, so you're saying that you've had to titrate down because hypoglycemic episodes. So I'm not type 2 diabetic according to any of the tests, and I am not pre-diabetic according to any of the tests that I have taken, but my doctors think I'm insulin resistant. So maybe that is kind of my issue. So I'll talk to my doctor. Well, I have a endocrinologist appointment in 3 weeks. So when I get back from the cruise, Thanksgiving week, I have a sleep doctor appointment and an endocrinologist appointment. So I'll definitely ask them about that if maybe 7.5 is too much for my blood sugar. Because when they took my glucose levels at the ER, it ended up being about an hour and a half after I got there that they drew, and I had eaten kind of like right at an hour and a half to 2 hours before, and they said that my non-fasting blood sugar was 100. So, huh, yeah. So what was it before I ate? I don't even want to know. Yes, Sarah, they did eventually get blood out of me. What they didn't get on the floor, they actually did get in a vial. They did have to redo some tests, but luckily, because they had left a line in to give me some fluids, they were very easily able to get the second blood out of me. So, Mary Ellis, what you have missed is I had posted a video, I believe yesterday, maybe the day before, about how I kind of like had this kind of scary incident on Tuesday. Not just about kind of what I felt was some low blood sugar, hypoglycemic episodes, but then also I had a huge like food noise breakthrough where it was like 2 o'clock and I needed to eat, and I felt like I was like taking every single piece of food out of my cabinet and out of my fridge and trying to put it on my plate and shove it in my mouth. And it kind of scared me because I hadn't had that level of needing to eat and having the voice back in my head going, eat, 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 eat. You need to put food in your mouth. And so like I kind of freaked out. And so I'm like, you know what? I just need to talk about it. So I sat down and made a video about it. But then today I just wasn't feeling well. And I ended up going to the ER to get checked out. But of course, they found nothing. All my tests were normal. My liver levels were finally normal for the first time in, I would say, 2 years, which is great, right? Tirzepatide's working. Weight loss is working. So fantastic. So go, go weight loss drugs. Yeah, so Kim, they didn't give me my tests at this emergency room that I went to, which is weird. Normally they give you your test results, but they said it was 100 after after taking it. And like I said, I had eaten about an hour and a half to 2 hours before. I'd had like some candy, I'd had some grapes. I'd had a Fiber One bar, and I think I had a chicken tender and some pistachios, which sounds crazy, but I was just like picking out of the cabinet like the little things that I could get my hands on really quickly because I just was not feeling the greatest. Oh, thank you so much, Kim. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes we just go through these things, but I just hope on the other end, eventually one day someone will figure out what my problem is, and we can manage it with treatment. That's all I ask. Like, let's just figure it out and deal with it. Well, hello, Anissa. Nice to see you. I was looking at your post where you asked the poll about, like, do you want the video Friday or next week? And like 100% of us said we want the video on Friday. So your choice was kind of taken away from you there. And yeah, thanks, Anissa, for trying the connect link. It's not working. If you want to try and type in your channel, but I think yours is just at Reset with Anissa. So people should be able to find you and Kim at Kim J Sweet Healthy Life. I think those are both exactly your channel names, and the same with Becky's Weight Loss. I think that matches her channel name exactly as well. Okay, so Sarah says before Mounjaro, I'd have low blood sugar episodes where I'd hit 100 because I was used to being in the 250 to 300. Wow. I don't really know much about my blood sugar because every time like I've had these issues, everybody would be like, "Oh, well, you're probably having blood sugar issues." So at one point I had a meter and I would have these issues, and then I ended up testing myself and it would always be like 89, 90. And I'm like, okay, well, that did not pan out at all. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me turn on the comments back on the screen so everybody can see what's going on if you don't have the comments. Uh, there we go. If you don't have the comments up when you're watching the live stream. Oh yeah, so you found Anissa here. Yep, great channel. Love Anissa's channel. Love Kim J's channel. Love Becky's channel. Let's see. Is there anybody else here on here that has a channel? Uh, and Mariella's, you have your own channel too, right? I think so because I think I've watched videos. Let's see. Okay, Nightbot, we need to get you to hold on. See, can I hide that? Or delete comment, put user. I'm going to put Nightbot in a timeout. What? What? No. Hold on. I just did something. Uh-oh. Sarah No Sunshine, I am so sorry. I just have accidentally done something. Hold on. I'm going to switch to my Nightbot and see if I can undo it, but I don't know if you're going to stop seeing me. I hope not. Let's see. Chat moderation. Um, ooh, I don't even know how to do this. What did I do? Just okay. I okay. Sorry about that. Can you all hear me? Can you hear me again? Sorry, I closed my window. I went to click back on my live stream and I accidentally closed it because I'm using my iPad and so it's like teeny, teeny, tiny. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? It wouldn't be an Amy live stream if I didn't do something like this. So, because my last one, uh, I was 6 minutes late because of my ADHD. Oh, hey, Candace, you're on a cruise. I'm so jealous. So Sarah, I just want to really apologize. Somehow I have banned you, and I don't know how to unban you. It was a complete accident. So, I'm gonna have to figure that out and get you back in the comments. So I hope you still hang with us and I don't know what I did. I'm gonna have to get some help somehow, but I can't seem to do it while I'm actually on the live stream. So that's good to know. So low sugars are anything under 70. But yeah, some people feel feeling of lows way before getting what's considered a true low. And I don't know that I'm normally high because I've never really tested high except like first thing in the morning. I've done like 106, 110, which, truly is not that high. Okay, Malibu. You see Malibu's butt up here. I put the cat tree back there, so hopefully I was hoping somebody would come join us. Uh, so Miss Nikki, so you found out you have syncope, I think is what it's called, where fainting due to blood pressure drops. You get lightheaded, no energy, immediately need to sit down, feel very overheated. I have struggled with that. I do get extremely low blood pressure. Today it was 100 over 58 when I was in the emergency room. So if you can imagine uh, being in the emergency room and you're supposed to be stressed out and have high blood pressure, and mine is 100 over 58. So yeah, and some of that is because I do take a beta blocker for heart palpitation. I naturally have a lot of heart palpitations. I have a lot of what's called PVCs, and it's just naturally occurring. It's not dangerous. It's just uncomfortable. And uh, it's just obnoxious. And so they give me a beta blocker and it stops it for the most part, but it does lower my blood sugar. And then I do take a diuretic to help with swelling from venous insufficiency because I gained so much weight and I sit down uh, all of the time that I do take that once a day. So I have two things that kind of lower my blood pressure. So yeah, so sometimes I feel like I'm a walking zombie. I feel like disconnected from my body because my blood pressure is just not moving. My blood's just not moving through my body. So, um, yeah, thank you. So, speaking from experience or research, yeah. So I will definitely check that out and check with my doctor and see if that could be the cause of some of it. And let's see. So yeah, Mary Ellis, I definitely will try and ask Rob. I'll probably try and figure it out tonight and see if I can sort it out before I close out my laptop for the evening. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how I did it. Like I clicked and I thought I was clicking on Nightbot to put Nightbot in timeout, and it must have moved. My screen moved when I did it, and then it rolled over onto Sarah's user. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. You definitely hear of people having this, I think it's called syncope. Like I actually had a classmate in high school that would, when she around her period time, like when she was starting her menstrual cycle, she would pass out. So she she had to go to the doctor and get hormone treatment. And so yeah, it was really eye-opening to see that something like that, like, because at that age when you're in high school, when you're 15, 16 years old, they don't really talk about it very much. And so to hear that, oh, well, someone is passing out from their menstrual cycle is pretty unbelievable. Oh, well, hey, Sheldon, thank you for costing my car payment cost at the vet. So Sheldon is now joining us. And yes, Mariela's, we need to get my channel monetized. So honestly, I really did start my YouTube channels because I was looking for extra income. But I'm telling you what, I'm having so much fun. Like I love it. So just know that everything I do here is absolutely genuine. But do I keep business in mind uh, when I'm networking and getting to know people and trying to make sure that I'm watching other people's content because also too I'm looking out for their channels, right? Like, people that have live streams, a lot of time I'll use my 3 different accounts and I'll set up each device and just, run their live streams to get them views. So I love everything about doing YouTube. But yeah, I definitely, even I think it's actually pretty easy once you get monetized to keep up making like $300-400 a month. It's actually pretty easy once you start getting the views. And I've noticed like my last 3 videos have gotten a ton of views, and I've gotten in the last, I'd say, 2 weeks. I've gotten over 200 subscribers, which is pretty darn fantastic. So, well, hello, Breathe Relaxing Music Videos. Nice to see you. Oh, and Becky, so you've had the syncope from taking Eliquis? Yeah, so it's just not fun. Just not fun at all. Suzarella, so maybe one day I'll do Patreon. I think the caveat with Patreon is that then a lot of people expect extra videos and more management when you do Patreon. So I'm not sure that at this moment that I have the time in my schedule, because right now I'm running 3 YouTube channels. So I've got Amy Loses It, which is this one, the weight loss channel. Uh, and then I have If You Seek Amy K, which is my travel channel. And uh then I have Amy in 10, which is just a 10-minute channel that I sit down and just post random whatever comes to my mind. My last one was about adult ADHD and how I adapt my work life and adapt my life to manage my ADHD. So, that one is really slow going, but that's okay because I sit down and film myself for 10 minutes. I spend 10 minutes editing, maybe 15, 20 minutes on a thumbnail, and then I put it up. So an hour max. And I've gotten like 500 views and 21 subscribers, and I'm not really doing anything to it. But, I think it's great because, like Katie says, yeah, to me, my Amy and 10 is just authentically me. Uh, and I tried this channel, definitely. Amy Loses It. I try to be very authentic about everything I'm doing here. Uh, and then If You Seek Amy K is a completely different audience. The cruise people expect a completely different person, but I do not give false reviews or fluff reviews when I don't like something, and I take the heat for it, and I don't care because I'm not going to lie about a product uh, or lie about my experience. Do I try and present things in a positive manner? Uh, just say, oh, well, hey, I didn't really like this, but that's my opinion. Maybe your experience will be different. So, yeah, so just, definitely different audiences. And Anissa, no, my other channels are not monetized yet. I did start If You Seek Amy K. I started that back in April or June is when I really first started that. And I have just at 400 subscribers. So I'm still doing pretty good on that one. It is a little bit slower go because I'm not putting up as many videos, and people there aren't really into live streams for my content. So I'm thinking about starting to do live streams once a week there as well, because live streams are such an easy way to get views and get engagement with the minimal effort, right? I just have to come on and be able to hold a conversation and talk to a chat, talk to the chat board, and also to just make sure I'm a little bit organized, so that way uh, I can at least present some good content that people are going to want to come back and watch. So before we get off, I will actually go over my meal plan thing that I came up with. So last time we talked about the frozen meals, but then I found a better alternative. Uh, so Marielle, as you're asking, how can send you a private DM or email? Uh, I believe my email address is on one of my channels. Check out my If You Seek Amy K, and that's all one word. So the @ symbol, If You Seek Amy K, on YouTube, and it should be in my description box. You know what? Let me actually look that up. on, well, you know what? I guess, does it matter if I just tell you what it is? The email address that I use for YouTube, because I'm already pointing you to where to find it. It's pretty easy. It is Amy has too many cats at yahoo.com. No, at gmail.com. Sorry. So actually, hold on. Let me see if I can put it up. Uh, Let me edit something. Let's see. Amy has too many. Amy has too many cats. I thought that would just be an easy email address to remember. And then the only thing that goes there is anybody contacting me from YouTube. And yeah, I do get some people offering not the savoriest of services. So yeah, so there we go. Amy has too many cats at gmail.com. So Mary Ellis, if you want to send me an email, that is the best way to reach me. I usually do check my email at least once a day. I can't guarantee how fast I can respond because I'm usually filming 5 videos and working a full-time job. And hold on. We got somebody up here to say hello to. I saw you come in, Jill. Let's see. Take the banner off, Amy. Oh my gosh, all these buttons. StreamYard, I wouldn't say StreamYard is complicated, but it is a lot of buttons to push. Um, Jill, where are you? Oh, you know what, Jill? I missed your comment, but hello, my BFF Jill is on. She just got her nails done, so she was busy. Oh, there we go. Hi. So she was too busy doing her nails to come in right at 6 o'clock, but I'll forgive her because I'm going to see her this weekend, which is fabulous. Yeah. So here's my other channel. If you seek Amy K. So if you click on that, that'll go right to the subscribe page. And oh, well, thank you so much, Kim J. I really appreciate it. And I love the behind the scenes. And I've been begging Jen and Harjarine and uh, Joe to come back on. I really want them to let me back on the live stream because I thought it was so much fun. And I watch it every week. And I loved your episode. So it was just great. Uh, Anissa, you know what? Like, I would definitely recommend, like, if your fitness channel is something that really has your heart and you really want to do, then definitely figure out a way to do it. Now, there are a couple places that you can go. You can either go over to Rob the Maritimer's channel. Now, he does live streams once a week and videos every 2 days. And he has a lot of great content, and he has a program that you can buy. And then also, if you're interested in Rob and Allie from Grounded Life Retirement, they also have a program that you can buy called YouTube Over 40. And basically, it talks about thumbnails and titles and uh, descriptions and tags and how to edit and how to do this and how to do that. And I'm going to tell you, Anissa, the way that I have really grown is getting out there with all of my channels. So if you have your fitness channel, make sure you're switching profiles when you're watching people's channels, or watch someone's live stream with both of your profiles open and be commenting from both of your profiles, because people don't know you're there yet, right? Make sure you're advertising your channel in your current channel. So, like, if it's something you really, really want to do, there is a way to set yourself up for success and doing it in a genuine manner, right? Because most of us all want to support uh, other content creators, no matter how many channels they have. So, you know, I think that if you really want to do it, there is a way to do it. It just takes time. And honestly, Consistency. So if you've got your, I think really like 2 videos per week is almost the magic number. So try to do one video, regular video, and then one live stream. Even if your live stream is only for 15 to 30 minutes, uh, that's kind of the easiest way to get your momentum going. Like my cruise channel is kind of slow because I'm only doing one video per week for the most. But when had been doing 2 per week, it was growing a lot faster. So yeah, so there are ways, and you can always reach out to me. You saw my email address. We can always do a Zoom call. We can talk about it, and see if we can come up with ideas that may help you kind of get your content out there. And then sometimes, honestly, getting a video to get a bunch of views. Like I have one video last week that got 7,000 views in 24 hours, and um, I don't know how or why, but it just got out there. And now my videos since then are getting more views. Instead of 200 or 300, they're getting 500 or 600. And then my video yesterday is a little over 1,000 views. And so the more views you can get, the quicker you get your subscribers. So yeah, so that's just my 2 cents on that. So thank you, Mary Ellis. I see that you're getting ready to get ready for an interview. So good luck with that and good night. And thank you so much for joining me. I love it when people come on to the live stream. And, I just really love connecting with everybody. I really enjoy YouTube and I love the community and it is so much fun. Um, Yeah, perfectionism. So Kim, so yeah, so just too much perfectionism. Uh, it took me a long time to break out of the perfectionism. Like the video that I put up on If You See Amy K today, I don't really like it. But you know what? I needed a video. I chopped it up the best I could to make it clear and concise, and cut out all the fluff, recorded the intros and extras, and then threw it up. And I made my own theme song, which was really fun. It's at the very end of the video. Uh, Love it, love it, love it. And so I'm like, man, I just got to get this video out there because I just want my song out there. So, you know what? And it's doing okay. Yeah, okay. Is it 9 out of 10 videos? But whatever. It's a video and it's up and people are looking at it. So that's what matters. And thank you very much, Mary Ellis. Um, yeah, I do try to be clear and concise with all of my stuff. And so, Katie, so Sheldon is doing fine. Like he wasn't. The only thing that was wrong with him is that he was losing weight and he was too active. And he is slowing down a little bit. I don't really see him putting weight back on yet. They said he hadn't really lost that much weight, but he just looked way too skinny for me. And so I'm just waiting for blood test results. And they were supposed to call me 2 days ago, but I'm going to have to call them because they just forget. Yeah, Sarah. Oh, there we go, Sarah. You're back. You're back. Yay. Sorry about that. I sincerely apologize. Okay, let me get down to the bottom of the comments here. Let's see. Oh, thank you. That is so kind. I feel like I'm having a cup of coffee with a friend. I love traveling and cruising too. Yeah, maybe someday. My hope is at one point to maybe start doing some group cruises when I have time. Maybe not me necessarily organizing your travel for you, but maybe just putting it out there and having a couple like meetups while we're out there. And yeah, oh yeah, definitely Kim J. I would love to see you get there before your 1 year in January is up. And yes, being consistent is really what it's all about. Putting out 2 to 3, I would say really 2, or and really for me, I'm finding that shorter videos are better. If I can hit the sweet spot of 8 to 10 minutes versus having a 20 to 30 minute video, right? Because most people don't watch it that long according to the statistics. So, yeah, so definitely doing shorter videos and more of them is definitely better than like one longer video. Now, some people are like, oh, well, you're not getting as much watch time, but you're getting people seeing your video, and then they'll be more likely to be like, oh, well, what else do they have? 10 minutes isn't that big of an investment of my time. Maybe I will continue to watch their videos because, sometimes I look at a 25-minute video and I'm like, I don't have time for that. So, um, oh, so Anissa, so you've got 586 on your current channel, so that's pretty good. So you should be getting more subscribers to your second channel. You just got to work it, girl. You got to let people know you have it and start networking with the new channel that you want more subscribers. Because I started Amy Loses It, I believe, almost exactly 90 days ago, and I have 621 subscribers. And if you seek Amy K started in April-ish, May-ish, and I only have 400. So you just never know. My second channel just like has taken off lately, which is really, really great. Yeah, and see, Miss Nikki says, I didn't know you had another channel. So we need to put it out there that Anissa has the second channel. So really quick, so now that I'm down to the bottom of the comments, and there's still, hey, there's 25 people on board. So let's just talk about, so last time I did frozen meals and I wasn't happy because I was trying to get out of cooking and it was a disaster, but I found some good stuff uh, in the supermarket that definitely substitutes better for the frozen meal, but cuts down the cooking time. So I'm sure a lot of people have seen Kevin's meals. Now, these are really great. Oh, don't mind the tomato sticker because why wouldn't, or is that apple? That's probably an apple. But I really like this Thai style coconut chicken. And it does say paleo, and there is no corn in it, which is great because normally most of the stuff, the frozen stuff, has cornstarch in it. Now, this really is 5 minutes. It is sous vide chicken, which means it's cooked in a plastic bag in a low temperature water bath for a long period of time. So it's super tender. And I split this in half. But it usually ends up being about 10 ounces of chicken. So it says that this is 16 ounces. So it ends up being about 10 ounces of chicken. I weighed it, and about 6 ounces of sauce. So I split the two. I have it for 2 meals. You can actually freeze the leftover. If you take out half, you can put the other half in the freezer. Now, these aren't cheap. It's $10, but if I'm splitting it between 2 meals, it's really, really great. And so I'll show you the calorie content. So it's 180 for half. Let's see, does that say three? So it's 180 for 3 servings. So I don't make me do math, but I think it's a reasonable calorie amount if you're eating half of that. And it's pretty low in fat, pretty low in carbs. I can't really see the sodium, but low in sugars. Actually, let me look at the sodium. 420 sodium per serving, so not bad. And just microwave or heat it up on the stovetop. Now, I'm not really ventured into Asian food, but I thought this was good. The Thai style coconut chicken. It didn't have a really heavy flavor. The next one I'm going to try, I haven't tried this yet, but I just bought it, was cilantro lime chicken. Now, I really don't like cilantro, and the sauce that came was completely green cilantro, so I'll probably ditch the sauce. I will try it first. Uh, but yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work, but at least I got the chicken. It's the same amount of chicken. So this is again 16 ounces. So it's probably 10 ounces of chicken for $9, which is still a good amount of money, but it's cooked, right? It's going to take me moments to heat it up. And if you think about it, if I ordered from like a rotisserie chicken place, like we've got a lot of Peruvian places, that's going to cost me $20 for half a chicken. And so that's one meal. Yeah, it is cost savings. And then this is the other one that I've tried recently, the Korean barbecue style chicken. And it was good. I think it was a little sweet for me. And then this one's a bit lower in calories. It looks like it's 150 per serving instead of 180. But again, like I said, you can always ditch the sauces if you don't like the sauces. At least you have the really uh, nice sous vide chicken, uh, because it's just so tender and it goes so well with so many things. And so let me show you some photos that I took of stuff that I ate. Now I went through the prepared section. I shop at Wegmans. And I went through the prepared section and I picked up a bunch of stuff that I've been eating off of. And let me see. Okay, so I tried this chicken parmesan with tomato sauce. It took about 24 minutes in the oven. It says it's 360 calories, but let's just double check. Yes, one serving, 360 calories. You know, a decent amount of carbs, a decent amount of fat. Sodium's not too bad. It did taste really good. I didn't leave it in long enough. Now, the hard thing is right, you don't need 24 minutes for chicken of this, of this thickness. I think 15, 20 at max. So definitely check it before. Like I temped it at 15 and it was perfect temperature, but then the breading didn't get that crispy. But it was good. But again, my trouble is the dairy on top. I really have to be conscious of how much dairy I take in. Um, Not necessarily something that I can eat very often. And then the other thing I tried were these white portobello mushroom pizzas. Uh, I don't know that I can zoom in to tell you. It says it's cheese, garlic, and herb blend. But again, cheese. I think that was the only downfall of this. Now, this was 819, 150 calories per serving, and it is two servings. So there's 150 calories per mushroom and a decent amount of fat because of all that cheese on there. So I guess I should have scraped off some of the cheese. Then it wouldn't have had so many calories, but the mushrooms were good. They cooked quick. I ate it over 2 meals. So again, like I had the chicken and then I had a mushroom and then I had, what else did I have with that? Oh, I think I had a salad and some meat, and then I had the other mushroom. So one of the other things that I got too, which was great, this is kind of hard to see because of the glare, but there's some grilled cut up chicken, and there is some salsa, some fajitas, tortillas, a cilantro cream sauce, and then sour cream and lettuce and cheese. Now the package says it has a lot more calories, which is a little crazy. So it's 250 per serving, but it says it has 6 servings. Um, Now I didn't eat. Now each serving that I ate half the chicken and two of the tortillas. So I think I came out to maybe about 350 calories when I counted each thing individually, but this was $14, and it does make two decent sized meals. And then I usually just pair it if I have rice, or this time I think I added like a half a cup of beans to it, which was really great. So I think this is definitely worth the value. And then one of the next things I did was just buy a piece of salmon. So this was, hold on, let me take off the comments. So this was $6 for 0.43 of a pound, and I think that's about 6 3/4 of weight. So 6 ounces, so 6.75, 6 3/4 ounces of weight. And then I paired that with half of this sunflower crunch chopped salad kit, and it's 170 calories per cup, and there's 3.5 cups, and so I used half of that and half of the dressing, and then I threw it in a bowl with some cucumbers. So yeah, so those are some pretty easy options that you can get from your local restaurant, from your local grocery. That definitely beats it definitely beats the frozen meals that I showed off last week because those were just terrible. I don't want to do that again. So, yeah, so I definitely love loved getting the prepackaged stuff from the grocery. And we look at that and we're like, oh, well, that's just too expensive. But if I order DoorDash for one meal for just me, DoorDash is going to be $20 to $25 easily. And I'm talking McDonald's, Wendy's, Honey Grow, like any of just the main fast food restaurants. If I want something from like PF Chang's or Cheesecake Factory for one person, it's going to be $60. So when I go to the grocery store, most of the time, I don't really care about how much I spend on like my main dishes unless I'm really, really on a budget that week. Because I think about, would I rather spend $25 on a really nice dish from the grocery store instead of spending $50 to $60 on it from a delivery service or from a restaurant. So that's kind of how I like treat myself, is just buying me things that I'm going to eat and going to really like from the grocery store. So, yeah, Kim J, you should definitely try out the Kevin's because they're pretty low in sugar. So let me look. I can't see with my glasses on. So one of them has 7 grams of carbohydrates and only 5 sugars, one added sugar. The other one has 3 carbohydrates, one added sugar. The other one has 6 carbohydrates and 4 grams of sugar. So I think for the flavor factor that you get out of these, uh, for how little sugar is in them, I think is great. And again, they don't usually use cornstarch in them, which for me is pretty fantastic. Uh, they use a lot of other natural ingredients, tapioca starch, yeast extract to kind of give you that umami flavor. But yeah, just a lot of whole ingredients in these. I think they're really great. And I actually purchased a frozen bowl by them as well. They had the Thai style coconut chicken in a bowl with cauliflower rice, and that was about $7. So I thought that was a good value. That's funny. Yep, definitely want to watch Anissa blow up. Let's see. So yeah, uh I definitely add a bunch of veggies to my Kevin. So usually I sit down with some diced up cucumbers, some diced up tomatoes, and then either rice, beans, or broccoli, whatever I can get my hands on and is the quickest to cook. Yeah, and Kevin's are some of your favorites. And I was actually thinking of doing Thrive Market. Does anybody do Thrive Market? Um, because there's a lot of varieties that are available on Thrive that I don't have access to in my local grocer. I kind of like go to 4 different stores to find different varieties. Sarah usually gets them from Costco. Now I pay mine are 9.99 at my local grocer. Sarah, do you know what you pay at Costco? And is it the same size? Is it the 16 ounce? Yeah, Kim, it does seem to be pretty diabetic friendly, except especially for all the flavor that you get out of it. Um, no gluten, no soy. Yep. Yeah, so they're paleo. All of their meals that I have here say paleo, which isn't necessarily a draw for me, but it is for a lot of people. But it's just tasty. I love the sous vide chicken and have actually considered getting a sous vide machine just because I love the sous vide chicken so much. Okay, and so you'll have to let me know how your trial at Thrive has gone and whether you're able to get the Kevin's meals. Okay, so $15 and you probably get then like a 32-ounce size, which that's pretty fantastic because that saves you uh about 25%, I think, right? Because if you're paying 15 for double, that's pretty darn good. So it is just about right at an hour. So I think I'm going to wrap up now so I can go get some dinner and then take a nap like Malibu is doing. And I sincerely want to thank everybody for being here today. And look at you, 26 people made it all the way to the end. So all of you are so fabulous, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope to be back again next Thursday, 6 p.m. And then after that, I think it's going to be on the cruise and then Thanksgiving Day. And I'm just going to do the live on Thanksgiving. And if anyone can join me, join me. If not, don't worry about it. Have fun with your family and your friends and enjoy the day. But I figured I would just do the live anyways. And, there are people out there that don't necessarily have a big Thanksgiving and have other people to hang out with. So I figured I would make myself available. So as always, just make sure that you leave any comments on the video if you have any questions. So after this post on YouTube, I think almost right away you should be able to leave regular comments, and then I'll get back to you. And thank you so much, everybody. Everybody have a great week, and I'll definitely uh, check in. I'll probably just film like a 5-minute video and put it up on my channel and just check in and let everybody know how I'm doing. And thank you so much for the well wishes. And I hope to see everybody again soon. So thank you. Have a great day. And like I always say, hopefully, I can lose the weight without losing my mind. I have 138 pounds to go. So if you missed the beginning, I lost 2 pounds this week. So I'm down 42 pounds. Woohoo! So have a great evening, everybody. Talk to you again soon.
Four cats, one scale, and a suitcase to pack. Zepbound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?